So let's talk about a different kind of power. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. It's the opposite. It's that unshakable authority, that quiet confidence that just commands respect without even trying. Today, we're going to break down exactly how you can build that for yourself.
You know that feeling, right? You've got a great idea, you know you're right, but it's like you're invisible. Or maybe worse, you trust someone and they just walk all over you. It's incredibly frustrating when you feel overlooked. Well, this explainer is for anyone who's ready to change that dynamic for good.
We're all kind of taught that to get noticed, you have to be loud. That's loud aggression. It demands attention, it's fueled by emotion, and honestly, it burns out fast. But there's a much more powerful path: quiet authority. This is about commanding respect through deliberate, calm action. Think of it like this. Loud aggression is a firecracker. It makes a big bang, and then it's gone. Quiet authority? Well, that's like gravity. It doesn't make a sound, but it shapes everything around it.
So, where do we even begin this journey? Well, it doesn't start by looking at other people. It starts by looking in the mirror. To build this quiet authority, we first have to forge our own mental armor. And for that, we're going to take a page from the playbook of the ancient samurai. This is the absolute foundation of it all. The samurai knew that the real fight, the one that truly matters, happens inside your own head. It's your fear, your anger, your pride. Those are the things that make you weak, that make you predictable. The second you let your emotions take the wheel, you've basically just handed control over to somebody else.
Now, this brings us to a really powerful concept they called emotional death. And listen, this doesn't mean you become a heartless robot. Not at all. It means you feel everything, but you gain total mastery over it. You can see your anger rising. You can feel that flash of panic, but you don't let it dictate what you do next. You become the pilot, not a passenger of your own mind.
And this right here, this is the golden rule. The moment you let emotion decide, you've already lost. The second that insult gets under your skin and you snap back, or that fear makes you hesitate at a crucial moment, you've lost your strategic advantage. Victory in any situation always goes to the person who can stay composed. Okay, so how do we actually do this? It boils down to 3 practices. First, just observe. When you feel that emotional trigger, don't immediately react. Just watch it. Notice it. Second, and this is a big one, stop over-explaining yourself. Embrace the power of silence. Confident people don't need to justify their every move. Their actions speak for themselves. And third, start seeing pain and failure differently. They're not your enemy. They're your best teachers, showing you exactly where you need to build stronger armor. Okay, so once you start getting a handle on your own internal world, something amazing happens. Your mind gets clearer. Now you can turn your attention outward. It's time to learn how to read the battlefield of human interaction. Let's call it the observer's gaze.
And let's be clear, this isn't just casual people watching. No, this is active intelligence gathering. You're looking for the hidden patterns, the unconscious rules that drive how people make decisions, especially when they're stressed. It's not about being manipulative, it's about understanding the game so you can navigate it with skill and purpose.
A really useful way to do this is with a 4-layer framework. Think of it like peeling an onion to get to the core of why someone does what they do. We're going to start with the 2 most important outer layers, their surface-level behavior and a little deeper, their emotional triggers. Nailing these 2 is the first step to predicting what someone's going to do next.
All right, let's get practical. How do we actually use this framework? We're going to dive deep into decoding people right now, starting with those first crucial layers of observation.
Layer 1 is beautifully simple. Watch what people do, not what they say. Talk is cheap, right? Actions are where the truth is. In a meeting, who actually steps up with a solution versus who just nods along? When things get tough, who confronts the problem and who looks for a way out? These aren't small things. They tell you everything about a person's core nature.
Here's a perfect real-world example. You've probably seen this. The insecure leader is always talking about their authority, constantly justifying their decisions, always looking for everyone's approval. But a real leader? They act with quiet consistency. They listen way more than they talk, and their authority just happens. It flows from what they do, not from what they say. See the difference?
Now we dig a little deeper, to layer 2. Once you've got a baseline for someone's behavior, you start looking for their emotional triggers. What knocks them off balance? What topic, what person, what situation makes them drop that professional mask and react from a place of pure emotion? Because that, right there, that's where their insecurities and true motivations are hiding. So what are you looking for exactly? Well, Ask yourself these questions when you're observing someone. Do they get super defensive at the slightest criticism? That's a fragile ego. Do they get visibly anxious if they aren't the center of attention? That shows a deep need for validation. Do they get way too cocky after one little compliment? Their self-worth might not be very stable. These triggers are like the secret keys to their entire operating system.
So we've looked at forging our internal armor like a samurai and reading the external battlefield like a master strategist. Now, for our final section, let's put it all together. This is where internal control and external awareness combine to create true, silent influence.
Look, here's the secret sauce, right? True, lasting authority isn't just one thing. It's the powerful combination of the two. Your internal discipline, that's your armor. It protects you, keeps you from getting rattled or manipulated. And your external awareness, that's your map of the battlefield. It lets you move with purpose and strategy. You can't have one without the other. And if there's one single mindset that captures this whole idea, it's this. When your self-worth, your confidence, your sense of purpose doesn't depend on anyone else's approval, you become truly free. That kind of self-reliance is the bedrock of real power. People can feel it and they respect it. So I'll leave you with this. We're trained our whole lives to pay attention to the loudest voice, the squeaky wheel. But the real power, the real influence, is almost always with the quietest person, the one who's watching, listening, and understanding. The next time you walk into a room, ask yourself, are you just there to make noise, or are you choosing to truly observe?